Okay, I believe we're recording now. Welcome, everybody. How's it going? We
We're
are back
back.
once again. The Ramblers are back. We're here
Whoa.
with a fiery vengeance. At least I am, because, we got our champion from last year on
Oh,
and
me?
co host.
Me?
Yeah, yeah.
You mean this guy?
Oh,
This
look
guy.
at that. And it's even got the nameplates on it now. Show everybody the nameplates now. Oh, look at that. Fantasy football champion, DJ Hodor, 2019 champion.
Who's
Well
gonna
done,
get
sir.
2020?
Oh,
That's
that'll
the
be
next
me, of
question.
course. That'll be
Mm,
me.
of
'Cause I'm
course.
going to do a lot better drafting this year, and I'm not going to take two wide receivers and leave myself with no running backs because of freaking LaShawn McCoy. I'm not even going to start into that already this year. We're not getting into that
Not
already
yet.
this
All
year.
right.
Not yet. Not yet. We still got a long time. We still got a couple weeks to go. I guess introductions real quick for those of you who don't know. Yourself, sir?
I'm Tony. Tony Burgess, and we this is our second year now doing the fantasy ramble, football ramble, and yeah, no, it was a great time last year, and we're back for round two. Looking forward to the season. Hopefully, we have a season.
That is true. And I am your hostess with the mostest, Garrett M. La Laguna. The M stands for my God, he's not wearing any pants.
Oh, well, that doesn't matter, I guess, for our virtual.
You only need to see from here up. It doesn't matter. Got
Yep.
the gut fully hanging out right now. Don't make me stand up to prove it.
Please don't.
uh, so I guess what we're going to do, let's break it down for people real quick. What we're
Sure.
going to do over the first couple weeks here is we're essentially just going to go through division by division. We're going to talk about any sort of notable additions, subtractions from teams. Talk about, potential fantasy value and the different players that they do have at the skill positions now. And then I also have general projections for everybody in this division that really means something. So Joe Schmo from the Raiders, I don't really give a damn about him. I care about what, Royce Freeman's going to do this year, that
Hmm.
sort of stuff. So we're going to go right into that. And we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up, I think. And at the bottom of my list, at least, is the Broncos. But I mean, if we're going by the NFL's list, I think we start with the Raiders.
Yeah,
The
that's tough.
Las Vegas Raiders, by the
Las
way.
Vegas Raiders now.
Las Vegas Raiders.
That
That's going
actually
to be a
doesn't
change.
sound. It doesn't sound bad.
The
Las
Vega
Vegas Raiders.
Raiders.
I don't mind it. I don't like the Los Angeles Chargers, but
No, no, that's also something that I am not terribly a
I,
fan of.
I can't get used to that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I guess the Raiders would be it. They're both the Broncos and the Raiders are both pretty much at the bottom. The Chargers too didn't have a great season either.
No, Chargers did not have a. Okay, I guess for a little rundown, I guess the NFL is currently ranking it with the Raiders towards the bottom of the league right now, with the
Okay.
Chargers just a little bit up from them, Broncos just a little bit up from
Oh, so
them,
they're second.
and
Okay.
Chiefs are at the top.
Yeah, that division's pretty. Honestly, it's pretty weak except
One-sided
for the
right
Chiefs.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really, when you look at the additions and subtractions from teams, there is not a whole lot to
Not a
make
whole
you
lot. Yeah.
go woohoo. So, starting at the bottom, let's go with the Raiders.
Yep.
A couple of notable signings that they had. Marcus Mariota.
Dude, that's an interesting pickup. I was thinking about
Yeah.
that when I was having my lunch just now. You know, I have a good friend that's a Tennessee Titans fan, and he was always, thinking Mariota was the best quarterback or would be the best quarterback, at least a Pro Bowler. And he did have some decent seasons, but he did get hurt quite a bit, and never really lived up to his full potential.
Nope.
Then he
Did
got
not.
replaced by Tannehill in Tennessee, right?
Tannehill just took that
He
and
took yeah
ran.
he took it and ran. He had
Yeah.
no chance. And so then yeah, Mariota's on the Raiders now, And it's going to be interesting to see if his potential can be unlocked by John Gruden.
Yeah.
The offense that they're building around him is kind of interesting. And the one thing I do want to mention real quick is, we'll talk about it, but the first round draft pick they got is going to be a big deal for Marcus Mariota.
Oh yeah, no, I've got Henry Ruggs on my list.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
No, so Mariota, it really adds some questions there at the quarterback position. If Carr is struggling at the start of the year, how long do they wait to try and pull the trigger on somebody like Mariota?
Do you think there'd be a battle in preseason?
I think that they're going in without the idea of a battle going on. But if Carr really starts to struggle, I could see them being like 8 weeks into the season, maybe even 6 weeks into the season when it's still maybe salvageable.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're at like 4-2, 1-5, somewhere in there, I think they pull the trigger.
Yeah, I think that would be a pretty quick change of the quarterback position. I don't think they would stay with Carr for too long.
With what he did last year, he has a ton of potential. Don't get me wrong. Carr could be absolutely great on the right team in the right scheme with the right skill players around him. But I mean, really, that's the issue right now. They don't have a lot of skill players there. When you look at like the running back position, there's a lot of questions there now. They did draft somebody at number 80, Bowden.
They did. Yeah.
They also have Jacobs, Jalen Richard, and they picked up Devontae Booker this year.
They do have Josh Jacobs and Devontae. They have a lot of guys.
Plus they picked up that dude in the third round. Makes me wonder, who's the odd man out?
Yeah.
Who's the odd man out? Who's not going to be here in a couple months? Or maybe they just picked up Bowden with the idea of him just being a kick returner. Maybe. So that really doesn't matter, and they still have Richard, Booker, and Jacobs.
I mean, yeah, Jacobs is going to be there no matter what.
Jacobs is their number one guy no matter what. I mean, spoiler alert, he's actually ranked number 18 in the overall projections for running backs right now.
Yeah, they feed him.
Yeah. And then on top of that, start looking at the tight end position now. They finally have some weapons going on there with Darren Waller and Jason Witten they picked up this year.
Wait, what? Did they have Jason Witten?
They have Jason Witten now. So it's a little damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah, no, he is a Raider right now.
How much does he even have left? I mean, the dude was just a commentator a year ago, right?
Yep. 2 years ago he was a commentator. Last year he played for the Cowgirls again.
Yeah, but I don't think he did.
He didn't do terribly much. He wasn't spectacular, but I mean, he was still their number one tight end, and he's always a threat. Let's be honest. Jason Witten is always a threat with the hands that he has. It doesn't matter if he just catches it and just drops down immediately, kind of, vintage Marvin Harrison style with Peyton Manning. Just grab and drop. He's got the hands. He can still, he's got the presence. He's got the football knowledge. He can beat cornerbacks all day long, especially young, inexperienced cornerbacks. So with that now takes us to the wide receivers. And when you start looking at the wide receivers, they picked up Henry Ruggs III in the first round at number 12.
Receiver, fastest player, I think.
They also picked up Nelson Aguilar,
who's a very solid pickup. Also.
He is. He was always a top wide receiver option for the Eagles.
He was never a solidified number one, but he was always just a good 2 or.
That's because he had a ton of really awesome skill players around him at all times. As much as I hate the Eagles, ton of skill players there, and it's really easy to just feed the ball to everybody, especially when you have somebody like Zach Ertz as well.
Mm-hmm.
But then they also picked up Bryan Edwards with pick number 81. They had 2 picks in that at number 80 and 81, and they picked up a running back and wide receiver. And Terrell Williams. They do have a lot of wide receivers there. I want to say they have probably the most of any other team going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 wide receivers on their active roster right now.
Obviously, that would be
So
downsized in
yeah, I
training
I
camp,
don't
but
think Rico Gafford, sorry Rico,
no.
is gonna be with them come the start of the year.
Yeah, but
Uh,
practice squad maybe.
yeah, but three of their top picks, three of their picks in the top 100 were offense. Three of their five. So
Yeah, they're
they're
definitely
really
going
trying to
all
get
out.
back on offense and trying to do something there, even though their defense does not look great. I
Yeah,
want to
the
say
defense needs help.
they picked up Prince Amukamara. I want to say that was the one notable signing that they had. And let's be honest, he's a 10-year veteran at this point. He's not that great.
Yeah,
Coming from the Giants, going to the Bears, he's
he
never really done
he
anything to
never
be
lived up to the
spectacular.
potential. Like when he came out of the draft, he was projected to be one of the top corners in the league, and he never really lived up to that potential. He's decent, but he's not
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, yeah. All right, so I guess let's try and move on to the Chargers here quick because we are
Yeah,
getting a little
I
long.
know.
No significant signings that I saw for the Chargers. They were
No,
fairly unimpressive this year. They had some
it's
notable
about.
losses,
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
obviously.
about the losses. Yeah,
Yeah, Philip Rivers, Melvin Gordon, who is on a interdivision rival now.
yeah, that's interesting.
Uh, but let's just dive right into them. Quarterback, number 6 pick overall, Justin Herbert.
Herbert, right?
Herbert. Yes, Herbert. Sorry, I
Yeah, there you go.
misspelled here. And then Tyrod Taylor. So it's
Tyrod
one of those
Taylor will
questions
be the.
of
I think Tyrod will be the starter.
I think it's good to start him out as the starter, see where the team goes with Tyrod Taylor, the wily veteran that he is. And once again, if he starts, shitting a brick, then Herbert might be the way to go.
Yeah,
We'll see how long that takes. We'll see how long the fan base is up in an uproar. It
yeah.
is Chargers, so that will happen relatively quickly. But at the same time, who knows if we'll have fans in the stadiums to be able to boo?
It's not like the Chargers ever have fans in the stadium,
That is true as
but
well. So then getting into running backs, there is the hands down number one, Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler, he is going to take over as that number one guy, followed
yeah.
by Justin Jackson. And they did draft Josh Kelly with the 112th pick. Those are like the only running backs that they have on their team, though.
That's Eckler would be a really nice pickup because
And,
man, he was so good even with Melvin Gordon last year. He
mhm,
catches so much out of the backfield, and he runs really well too. I mean, he, gosh, he was a large part of the offense.
yes, he was.
He just always touched the ball.
Yep.
Always touched the ball, and every play almost seemed like.
Yep. He was
So
always
yeah,
some way involved, and he's also just with how versatile he is. He's a great like bait and switch type guy.
yeah,
Just fake the ball to him and go to somebody down the field like Henry or Allen. Which that brings us into the tight ends. Really, they have Henry there.
I
Um,
like Henry, and he's been
yeah,
hurt for a while, but when he is healthy, I think he does have the potential to be one of the top tight ends in the league, like the top five.
absolutely, absolutely. Here's my question though: when he gets hurt inevitably,
Yeah,
who's the number two? I mean,
yeah.
they got Steven
Is Antonio
Anderson.
Gates still there?
No, no.
It's
They
not like he
have
did anything, but he's
Andrew Volaire, Jared Rice, Donald Parham Jr., Virgil Green, and
Virgil.
Stephen Anderson. I
I
feel
only
like
know Virgil
Virgil
Green.
Green would be the hands down, like probably, but he's a
Mm,
10-year veteran at this point, 6'5, 255. He's been hit a lot in his days. I don't know how much he's got left being a tight end anymore. And he
yeah,
was never that standout of a guy to begin with.
it'd be interesting. Hopefully Hunter can stay healthy, but it's, like you said, it's inevitable. Seems like with his history that he will get hurt, and
Yeah.
someone will have to step up.
Yeah. And then we look at the wide receivers, and hands down, best wide receiver that they have, Keenan Allen.
Keenan, yeah.
Yep. They also have Mike Williams. He's a good
Yeah, he's pretty good.
layover from last year. Yep. And then they did draft Joe Reed at 151 in the draft. Don't know much about him,
No.
but yeah, not terribly much. I guess, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are great weapons, but who's that third guy? Who's going to step up there? Who's going to be that slot guy?
Yeah, and it's a matter of I'm curious just overall what the Chargers offense is going to look like this year, right? Because Phillip Rivers was always there's a gunslinger, right? He
Yep.
threw a lot of INTs, he threw a lot of yards, he threw a lot of touchdowns.
Yep.
He personally did not run the ball. But last year they hand out the ball more with Melvin and Austin Eckler, but they still did. I mean, I have to look at the stats, but I'm sure they were more of a passing team still with Phillip Rivers at the helm. But now with Tyrod Taylor at the moment, quarterback in the offense, I think they're probably going. You would think they're going to run or rely more on the run game. And Tyrod himself can run the ball pretty well as a quarterback.
Yes, you
can. So that'll be interesting to see because their offense has been one-dimensional almost for a long time now, ever since LT, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yep.
So it would be interesting to see what they turn into this year.
Yep. Fun little fact, except for Allen, who is an 8-year veteran, nobody on in the wide receiver of anybody that's signed right now to the Chargers has more than 4 years experience. They're about to start
Holy
their
crap.
4th year.
So young.
When you look at all the wide receivers, you got a rookie, first year, rookie, 4th year, first year, second, rookie, 4th year. And that's Mike Williams with the 4th year. So they are a young group waiting to see who steps up.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Yep. Moving on to the Broncos now. Significant signings, I guess. Melvin Gordon and AJ Booyah, or whatever the hell his last name.
Boy. I think.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon was an interesting one. A lot of Bronco fans kind of scratched their head, like, okay, right?
That's what I'm doing too, looking at it.
Yeah, because I mean,
you got Lindsey, you got Freeman, who are stellar, but I mean, now you got Gordon.
Yep. And you have to. I mean, they paid him. I'm not sure what his contract was, but it was a pretty decent contract.
He's got to be the number one.
You have to put him in. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do exactly, but they just from on paper, it seems like the Broncos are destined to be a run-heavy team and all defense.
Yep.
They already got the defense. Really, it's just a matter of what their offense is like. They sputtered so much last year. Joe Flacco was not a good experiment, and what's the rookie from last year?
Jeff Driscoll or Drew Lock, and they drafted they got Jeff Driscoll as well.
Yeah.
So there is a slight quarterback battle going on right now because when you look at the projections right now, Locke is projected to be the 24th overall quarterback. So they're saying that he's going to be the starter, but Driscoll is still projected to be the 39th. So they're not completely like.
Yeah. I do feel they will ride with Drew Lock because they invested a first round pick on him, right? So a couple years ago, and he did decent last year towards the second half of the season when he did get the chance to play, or for a couple of games. He didn't play much. It was just a very small sample size, but he did look actually better than I expected. So it'll be really interesting to see how they do this year. I think the biggest thing to me was that Jeff Driscoll is the backup, right? And that's not it's not really he's not even a sure thing starter either at all.
No, he's still young though. He's only been in the league for 5 years.
I just feel that they are going all in, honestly, with Drew Lock. They don't really have much of a backup plan. I mean, I guess Jeff Driscoll would be the backup, but they don't have a veteran or like a Joe Flacco. I mean, they don't need.
Yeah, no, they don't have anybody like that.
Where is Joe Flacco?
I have no clue anymore.
He might be a free agent. He might be done.
I'm sure he's not playing anymore. Yeah, with what he did last year. I would have said, oh yeah, the Dolphins will pick him up, but no, they did not. We will get to them,
Yeah.
but not today. So yeah, that takes us through kind of the running back and quarterback situation. Butt or Fant? Who's the top tight end?
Who's the Fant or who?
Butt. Jake
What?
Butt.
Oh gosh, they drafted him, right? What round was he?
I want to say he was a first or second rounder. This is his third year.
Oh, it's his third
Noah
year, huh?
Fant. Yeah, Noah Fant. This is his second year.
I believe, I'm just from the top of my head, Noah Fant didn't do as much as they wanted him to do in his rookie year. But maybe he'll get more of an opportunity this year. I'm not sure.
He was
It's hard to
selected in
say
the fifth
though.
round.
It's hard to say we don't have a quarterback, like a solidified quarterback, and if you don't have anyone passing you the ball, then it's hard to make an impact on a team. So last year
Yep.
it was kind of tough to say Noah Fant's a bust.
Yeah, but at the same time, man, you have Joe Flacco, which is the epitome of drop 3 steps, throw 5 yards.
True.
So that should be a tight end's like bread and butter right there.
Yeah.
So, but that brings us to our wide receivers, and with the 15th overall pick in this year's draft, they got Jerry Jeudy.
That's a good pick. Good pick.
You got him. You got Cortland Sutton.
They don't have much.
That's really about it.
I was gonna say they didn't have much else receivers. They already gave up. What's his name last year to the? They traded the top receiver.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Emmanuel
He's
Sanders.
now playing for the Saints.
Yep.
So yeah, there's not a great depth of talent at the wide receiver position for them, but once again, it is leaving.
Be a good candidate for rookie of the year. Jeudy.
He very well could be.
But that's the thing. You have to have someone throwing him the ball. Is Drew Lock going to be that guy? I don't know.
Yeah. And I guess last but not least, man, we got the chefs and Mahomie, Jesus H.
I honestly didn't know that contracts could be like that in the NFL. That
holy God!
It kind of threw me all over the place. I never thought an NFL contract would beat a basketball or baseball contract, right?
450 million guaranteed.
Almost half a billion. A billion.
He can with if he gets all of his incentives and everything like that, earn up to $503 million. Like, holy God!
And at that
point,
that
is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but also it's like he legit can be the best player in the NFL history. He is that good.
Oh yeah.
His potential is, dude. He won. What was it like his first year starting? Did he get MVP in his first year starting? Yeah, I think he did, or his second year. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely absurd what he's been doing. And how old is he now? He must be.
God,
he's younger than me still, which is sad.
Let's see here. Oh, damn it. I lost my chef's page.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Like 25, 24, 25. Let's see. He is 24. He's 24.
Jesus.
He's born in 95.
Child. And by the time he's 34 years old, he will be $450 million minimum, $450 million richer. Like, by the time he is my age, that son of a bitch. If only I had talent. But then there are a lot of questions elsewhere on the team.
Yeah.
The running back situation, man. Darren Thompson, DeAndre Washington, Damian and Darren Williams right there. Like, who you going with?
Yeah, that was their first round pick, right? And the pick 32 was a running back from LSU. What's his name?
No, Clyde Edward Hilaire or
Yeah.
something.
Yep.
First round pick, man. So yeah, they got like 5 solid running backs on that team that they
Yeah.
could just decide which one they
But
want to go to this week.
they mainly just look to just, if they're using the running backs, it's just in the passing game as like screens or short passes, right? It's not, they're not going to rely on that to have any really impact on the game for like running down the field. So I think
Yeah.
from what I remember, the guy that they drafted, Clyde Edwards, in the first round, I think he is more of a a receiving back. He catches a lot of balls out of the backfield, and that's the Chiefs' MO. That's
Yeah.
Andy Reid's offense is pass, 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 and then when you think we're about to run, psych, we're going to pass it to the running back instead and a screen.
And then you just run the ball once every 10 plays or so just to keep them honest.
Just keep them on one little 2-yard run. All right, go back to passing.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, that's their offense, and it worked out. They won the Super Bowl, so good for them.
Yeah. Yeah. And then obviously Kelsey, the man, the myth, the legend. Yeah. But now he's got a little bit of help there with Ricky Seals-Jones.
Yeah.
So another awesome weapon for them.
Yep. Now the Chiefs are going to be scary for the next 10 years, at least the next decade.
Yeah.
That contract.
Yeah. And then, then you got their wide receiver core right now with Hill, Hardman, Robinson, and Watkins. Their defense, they just signed Taco Charlton as well. And is shore up that defense this year. They had 4 defensive draft picks this year as opposed to 2 offensive draft picks. Did not care much for the offense because
it's pretty good. Yep.
So yeah, I mean that's our divisional rundown. Now, when we're looking at like all the player projections, when we start looking at like fantasy and what's going on with these guys, obviously there's a couple locks. Mahomes, he's actually ranked number 2 right now for the quarterbacks list, followed not very closely by anybody else in this division. Drew Lock is number 24. David Carr is number 27. Tyrod Taylor is number 30. Mariota is number 32. Driscoll is 39. And currently in the world of Final Fantasy rankings right now, they do not have the running backs list or the rookies listed. So Herbert is currently unranked. So we'll see where he comes in. But as of right now, I mean, they are still saying that Tyrod Taylor will be the starter.
Yeah, that's what I would expect too.
Yeah.
He's proven himself to be a pretty good quarterback, honestly. I think he'll do pretty well this year. I do.
Yeah. Who do you think's the top running back in this division?
Interesting. Josh Jacobs, probably.
Nope.
Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs. Who's the 4th one?
Broncos.
No, I would say Josh Jacobs still, though. I don't know.
Yeah. Austin Eckler, ranked number 7.
Yeah. He's
followed by Jacobs
fantasy-wise, yeah. It's just they're going to feed Josh Jacobs, but he's not really much of a receiving back. Austin Eckler will just get the ball passing or running. So he makes more sense for fantasy.
Yep. 18 was Josh Jacobs. 19 was Melvin Gordon. Then there's a nice big gap. 31, Damian Williams. 35, Lindsey. Number 39, Justin Jackson. 49, Richard. 65 is Freeman. 71 is Darrell Williams. And 72 is DeAndre Washington.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, here's where I kind of want to talk. You know what? I'll come back to it. No.
Okay.
Wide receivers. Top wide receiver. Who's the top wide receiver in this division? Got a lot of good options. Well, not a lot of good options. You got 2 really good options.
I know. I know Keenan Allen.
Yep, he is one of them.
And then Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
I would say Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill ranked number 7, followed
Yeah.
by Allen at 16.
Yeah.
Just beyond him, we got Sutton ranked 29, Mike Williams at 42, Sammy Watkins at 49, Hunter Renfro
Oh gosh. Yeah. Wow.
at 52, Terrell Williams at 70, Mercole Hardman at 72, Robinson at 92, and Andre Patton is somewhere eventually on that list. I didn't write down a number for him because I'm a genius. Tight ends are quick and easy, man. Kelsey, number 1, hands down. Waller, number 4. Henry, number 9. Noah Fant, number 13. And then Jason Witten, just because I felt like throwing him on there, because he's the next one from this division, is ranked at 48.
Absolutely would never draft him, but
not at this point.
At this
point. Not with Waller on that team. Kickers, fairly easy. Buckner at 7, McManus at oh, sorry, I'm totally screwing this up. Carlson at 2, Buckner at 7, McManus at 15, and Bagley at 23.
Okay.
Defenses, Chefs number 5, Donkeys number 14, Chargers number 21, Raiders number 25.
So Chiefs are number 1? I didn't know their defense was
Chiefs number 5.
Like ranked 5, but
yeah, ranked number 5.
But they're best
top
in the division.
defense in this division. Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yep.
I think I thought the Broncos would be that.
Maybe the work that they put into that defense in the offseason helped. Maybe they're really banking on some tacos this year.
Yeah. Taco.
So I guess to finish this off real quick, before we go terribly long-winded, I do want to point out one guy that I really do feel is underrated and really has a chance to stand out from this division and possibly in future years too. Justin Jackson of the Chargers.
You do think so, huh? Okay.
I think when you look at the stats, this is his 3rd year. Last year alone, he only had 29 rushes. He had 200 yards, averaging 6.9 yards a carry. He has never fumbled in his NFL career. So far, I want to say he has a total average throughout his career, rookie and this year included, of 5.1 yards a carry. This isn't even going to be caught either. So I think with those stats, with Melvin Gordon gone, because he was shining at the start of the year last year, when it was just him and Eckler, they were awesome. He was averaging like almost 8 to 9 yards a carry throughout games. I think it could be very much the same. I think Justin Jackson, he's a sleeper. He's gonna come out of nowhere and he's gonna get you.
Yeah, no, that's actually not a bad option. I mean, Austin Eckler is there too, but Justin Jackson's younger. I would imagine. I think he's probably like just a couple years in the league. And
Justin Jackson, this is his 3rd year.
He hasn't had all the reps to be a number 1 running back yet. But his average is showing that he can be. So yeah, I think that's a good choice. And just trying to think of other people that might come out and just show up to place this year. I mean, I kind of already mentioned it when thinking about players in this division that will break out, and it's kind of an easy answer for me, or obvious answer for some people. But I would say Tyrod Taylor, the Chargers. I think he's proven himself with the Bills before, but then he lost. Not sure exactly the circumstances of how he lost his job. I think they drafted Josh Allen.
Yeah.
But I don't think Tyrod Taylor ever did bad with the Bills.
No.
And then he went to the Chargers.
Josh Allen was just a little bit better.
Yeah, and then he went to the Chargers and was always set up to be the number 1 quarterback once Phillip Rivers retired or left. And that was kind of their whole plan, their whole MO from the beginning. And now he has the opportunity. Yes, he does have a rookie quarterback behind him now too. But I feel that I'm making a prediction I'm making a prediction that I feel he will not lose his job this year. I think he will keep it.
Well, we'll see what happens by the time the season starts, if the season starts.
Yeah, but hopefully hopefully there's no ifs. It's just, yes, there is a season. Let's go. Football.
Yeah.
Let's do some football. Yeah.
Let's get some football going on, man. I'm seriously jonesing. I just there, right into the veins. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm so excited.
So
yeah, get this going.
Yeah. So everybody, that was our kind of AFC West preview. Next week we'll come back with another division preview. Haven't decided what it's going to be yet. If we'll go with the NFC West just to, balance it out like that, or if we'll just stick with the AFC. I don't know. We could just throw it out randomly and go with the NFC South, because why the hell not? It's my channel, and I can decide what I want to do when I want to do it.
Laying the law down. Yep.
Damn right. Damn right. So since I'm laying the law down, like, share, subscribe. Somewhere around here, somewhere. The Twisted Viking. Got to do that now, right? Got to do that.
Something like that. Yeah.
So,
I think you pointed the right. Over.
Yeah. Here. Pointed the right way. Like, share, subscribe. So yeah, throw this at your friends. Do what you want with it. Look at my gorgeous face, because let's be honest, it's the best thing you've seen in a long time. I know you. So cool.
Yeah.
I think we're relatively good here.
Cool. Yeah, no, I think we're all good to go. That was a nice AFC West preview. And we just keep continuing on, and we're just going to keep coming back each week, and hopefully we just keep having good news about the season, and don't ever get to a point where we're like, all right, season's canceled. This is our last episode. Bye. Hopefully not. They're doing that for college football.
Like that happens. Yeah, if something like that happens, then we'll come back with something. I need to ramble sometimes.
We need to ramble,
and not just about defenses.
Rambling is good for the soul.
Yeah. So, cool. Well, that is Tony Burgess, our reigning champion of the league, Mr. DJ Hodor himself.
I can barely carry it with one hand.
I hate when you show me that. Get the hell off my screen. And I am Garrett M. La Laguna. Again, the M stands for, my God, I'm not wearing any pants. Don't make me prove it. Oh, man.
Put on some
All right, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you on the flippity flop. I don't know. What do the kids say anymore? Lols?
I like the flippity flop. That's fun to say.
We're bringing it back. See you on the flippity flop.
All right. Are we going now?
Yeah.
Flip, flop.